Climate change is a cost of living disaster. What we mean by that is when you allow corporate greed and profiteering to be prioritized over the well-being, interests, survival of regular people, let alone the scientific fundamentals necessary for life on Earth as we know it, well, one small but really important impact of that is undermining the atmosphere conditions necessary for seasonality and predictability when it comes to our food growing capacity, which is to say that farmers are among those hit first and worst by climate change. For another case in point, you only need to look at the climate change charged devastation wrought on the Hawke's Bay by Cyclone Gabrielle, which is why it is not only so disappointing but so fundamentally dishonest for Christopher Luxon's government to say that they are halving our methane emissions targets because, or for, farmers. At the end of 2024, the Independent Expert Climate Change Commission recommended that we could actually increase our ambition when it comes to our methane targets. Well, the government didn't seem to like that. They didn't like the independent expert advice, so they set up a smokescreen in the form of their own cherry-picked ministerial advisory group to give them an answer to a question on something called no additional warming, which is basically pseudoscience. It doesn't have to be this way. We can do so much better, Aotearoa. The Greens released Te Ara Anamata, our alternative emissions reduction plan, at the end of last year, which showed how we can reduce climate changing emissions 5 times faster than the government's so-called plan, while increasing your quality of life and reducing the cost of living and providing our farmers with the resourcing necessary to transition. Ignoring a problem or lowering the bar doesn't mean that the problem goes away. It only increases the cost necessary in future to address those very problems which you have left to fester.